All right, shalom, good people. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a little minute, but had took some time off of YouTube for a while to get certain things straight. But let's get into it. This ain't gonna be long and drawn out. I want to bring up this story because it's a very, very sad story, and this constantly happens to black men and black children in America. Now, the brother Wali Bey was murdered by a police officer that worked for Newark PD. And I wanted to touch on this story because this is the city I'm from. And the whole thing is that these cops out here just murdering us for no reason. Now, the story goes that the brother was sitting in a car with his friend when these men with masks approached him. He tried to get away, but then shots rang out and they killed the brother and wounded the other friend. Now, my whole thing is this. They were cops. But when you come up to a car, in an unmarked car, not in your police uniform, with ski masks on your face, what is a person going to think that been living in the ghetto, that's been probably robbed and shot at before? Oh no, I got to get home to my family. So he tried to murk off, but they let shots fire. And I'm glad to see that it's people protesting and it's sticking by his family. And that's why now I'm trying to do my part by keeping the brother name alive, because what they betting on right now is for us to stop talking about it, stop protesting, so they could sweep the story underneath the rug. Now, at the end of the day, this is a very bad tactic that the cops uses. They sit there and dress like street dudes. You can't do that. That's a bad format. Because if I see somebody hopping out of a car with masks on, I'm going to assume the same thing. I'm going to try to get away. So at the end of the day, I'm glad that they brought the officer name out. His name is actually Nasheed Reynolds. And what people don't know, Nasheed Reynolds has a history over using excessive force unlawfully. They said his events that he punches people in the face. He was putting people in pressure point locks, all kind of stuff. So he had a nasty history of these things, but he still remained employed with the police department. I don't deal with the police. I don't like the police. And this is the reasons why. These are the exact reasons why. The man was a dirty cop and y'all kept him anyway. It was plenty of complaints going out about this brother. Now, it's sad that the brother Wali Bey had to die to be the sacrificial lamb to shed light on this crooked officer, because it did shed light on him. A lot of stuff from his past started coming up. And at the end of the day, y'all took this man away from his family. Y'all didn't find no guns. You didn't find no drugs. I understand y'all was doing the investigation, but come to them as an officer. And then there's a two-way sword, because when you think about it, you got people impersonating cops. I know stories of people getting kidnapped and getting robbed by people impersonating cops. You could go to the damn Army and Navy store downtown Newark and get the whole shebang, the whole setup. So I don't think y'all should use that tactic anymore as police officers, because that just happened from the young boy that killed the cop last year. He didn't know it was a cop. He thought it was one of his enemies coming to take him out. So in his mind, he said, I'm going to take you before you take me. That's why, once again, please, no police department, take this criticism. Don't use them tactics no more, because it's going to avoid deaths. One of your own got killed, and now a civilian got killed behind the same situation, dressing up as masked men. And then for the mayor, instead of him sending condolences to the family, I read the article. His whole thing is, well, I urge the people in Newark, don't listen to the rumors. They had a police vest on. If they had their police vest on, why did he try to get away? If they had their police vest on and their badges out, why did he try to get away? There's no justifying that at all. And like I said, we the people need to keep pressing them. Pressing the mayor. The mayor is the top cop. So I know he gonna come in defense of his team. But at the end of the day, you was not there. Other bystanders said that they saw them with ski masks on. You was at home laying in your bed while he was taking his last breaths. So you need to show a little more consideration. What you should have said was, my condolences to the family, and we're going to investigate. That's all. Not, well, don't listen to the rumors, y'all. They were with their police. Were you with them? No, you was home laying in your bed. And like I said, man, what they gonna probably try to do, and we not gonna let them do, because they try to cover up these dirty cops. They sit there and transfer them somewhere else to a whole nother city where the city don't know about their shady past, and they become officers of that city and terrorize the people even more. This is a whole sad story because, for one, this is Black History Month. The man died in Black History Month, and he died on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. That's crazy. And at the end of the day, the people, we don't even trust the police no more. I don't. Like I said, I don't rock with them because of stuff like this. I've been pulled over and been harassed myself. And I'm a civilian. No record, no nothing. So I know the feeling. And once again, I ain't gonna make this longer drawn out. It's a sad situation that the brother had to go like that. But it did bring awareness to a filthy cop named Nasheed Reynolds. His picture's all over. Please keep spreading this picture all over Facebook, Instagram. Do what you need to do. He needed to be arrested. He shouldn't be on no paid leave. How you on paid leave so he can take care of his family, but the brother that died, he can't take care of his family because he's not here. Now, all they got is memories, and the only time they're going to get to see their father is on his memorial card or at the grave. But I got a scripture for you, Nasheed Reynolds, because you're not going to get away with it. Because a lot of times, the judicial system is crooked. So, they might try to cover it up, but but God and his counsel is going to get you. You ain't going to escape nothing. And I got a scripture from the good book, because I always keep it with me, y'all. Alrighty, let's get to it. The book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So you're going to reap what you sow, sir. The Lord not going to let you get away with it. I don't care what crooked judge or lawyer or the mayor, whoever's trying to justify what you did. You murdered that man and you should be arrested. And like I said here before you people, I'm not perfect. I'm just a sinner looking for grace. And as always, subscribe if you want. Shalom.